Almost at the end of our first caution here at the Ford 300 at Miami Homestead, and it's Brad Keselowski now all the way back to 38th. We can tell you Terry Cook, Dennis Setzer, Johnny Chapman, Kevin Hamlin, the starting parks, those four behind the wall. There you see Brad. Our race leader is Carl Edwards. Kyle Busch is second. Then you've got Ryan Newman third, Jeff Burton fourth, and Denny Hamlin in fifth. Lights out on the pace car. They come through turns 3 and 4, and we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing on lap number 12 of 200 here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Carl Edwards with the choice, took the inside line, slows him down, green flag out, we're racing again.
Carl got a huge jump there on the start.
He sure did. Let's see how this works, though. Kyle Busch really got through turn 1 and 2 on the initial start of this race. See if he can get that run off of turn 2.
Ryan Newman in the 33. He's running right behind them in third. Jeff Burton looks like he's got a little more oomph in that car as he is now in fourth and taking a peek.
Here comes Kyle on the outside.
Yep, here we go on the high side. Watch the 18. Your new champion in the Nationwide Series is going to lead another lap. And he has one more record that he can break today. Now by leading a lap, all he needs to do is finish fourth or better, and he'll score more points in a single season than anybody in the history of the Nationwide Series. As Kyle tries to lengthen his lead over Carl Edwards. What's going on with Brad Keselowski? He restarted 38th. He's already picked up 10 positions. He's 28th. Here he comes.
Looks healthy to me. I didn't know if he had any damage that was going to slow him up, but looks good now.
Yeah, one thing he's got, those 4 fresh tires, and that means a lot. But will that hurt him when it comes to the end of the race if these other guys have another set of tires and he doesn't?
Eric Darnell right in front of him there, and Kenny Butler on the high side. He's got a lot of traffic to try and work through. There's Michael Annett. Right now, he is hanging on to 10th in the points championship chase. And he's got 2 other guys within 50 markers. All right, we are just at the top of the hour. If you are joining us, Brad Keselowski was running 5th. Let's listen to what happens as he has problems coming through turn 4.
I think the motor blew going into the corner. Got the red light on in the dash, do you?
Okay, that's a kill switch that he had probably inadvertently hit during that spin that he had in turns 3 and 4, and thought the motor was blown up, but it was actually the switch there, that kill switch that NASCAR puts them on. We'll go down to our Craftsman Tech Garage, and Tim Brewer can explain how that works. Tim?
Thanks, Andy. You're exactly right. When a driver gets to fighting the wheel right here, if you touch the kill switch, see when a driver's got his hand on that thing, if the throttle hangs, you can push that button, cutting off the ignition system, therefore it'll shut the motor down. But apparently he accidentally hit that button. But the other switch right here on the dash, that's where you actually reach over and flip the switch, and that's where you change ignition boxes. But I'm like you, Andy, the kill switch, that's what cut the engine off.
All right, thanks, Tim. As you can see, Kyle has got his hands full with Carl Edwards as that battle continues for the race lead. It's the 32nd Nationwide Series race this year out of 35 that Kyle has led at least one lap. The 2 Rusty Wallace teammates, and Brendan Gaughan, of course, in the Rookie of the Year battle with Justin Allgaier, who's right behind him in the 12 car.
You'll see Brendan up in that high line. That's where we've seen him a lot of times, especially on these bigger racetracks. He really likes to keep this thing wound up. See him pulling away from his teammate now, making it work.
That's Kelly Byers in the 5. That is all for position, as he's going to be switching over to that 88 car next year here in the Nationwide Series. Whoa, and did you see Allgaier get loose?
We're going to be saying that a lot about a lot of these guys. There's not a lot of grip out there to be had. They're going to be glad to see that sun go down, and where things cool off a little bit, they can find a little bit of grip.
Well, we do have some cloud cover already, as there is Byers taking a look underneath the 66 as Stephen Wallace can't get it done. Then slams the door on the 12. Shannon?
Kelly Byers saying the car is loose in, tight off. They've been working on this car all weekend. Tony Uri Jr., former crew chief for Dale Earnhardt Jr., is the crew chief for Kelly Byers this weekend, and they are treating it as a test for next season. They said they just want to see how Kelly reacts in the car, see if they can give him what they want. So it's all working for 2010. Dave.
Shannon, Justin Allgaier in the 12 car did not have a good qualifying run. run. He started 20th today. I asked his crew chief, Chad Walter, about it. And Chad said, you know, it was funny because he thought the car felt great. But you know what? A few guys spun just before he went out there. And I think it was a little bit conservative for us. And I'd rather start the race with a whole car.
And as you wrap up, you see Denny Hamlin and Joey Logano going after each other for that 5th spot on the racetrack behind Kyle Busch, Carl Edwards, Ryan Newman, and Jeff Burton. Hamlin's opening up some room.
Yeah, you see the two totally different lines there. Denny Hamlin down the bottom of the racetrack. Logano choosing that high side. He's got a loose race car, so that's where the 20 car is loose, been reported to be loose, so that's more of a line that you'll want to take where you don't have to turn the steering wheel as much.
Well, Eric Darnell and Brad Keselowski are just marching their way towards the front. Darnell is 18th. Keselowski is now 19th. Remember, he restarted 38th, so these are the two biggest movers.
Yeah, they're both passing cars like crazy, and you got to give it to Darnell here. He's in a backup car. He crashed his car in qualifying, and now he's taking this backup car and really marching up through the field. Keselowski's been working on him, trying to get past him, and can't get past him, but they've both passed 15 cars since the restart.
Heck, if I was Brad, just hitch a ride and keep moving to the front. While all that is going on, Carl Edwards trying to close the gap on race leader Kyle Busch. You know, we mentioned the fact he's led 32 of 35 Nationwide Series races this year.
Better he is.
The old record, Sam Ard, 26 back in 1984. We're going to step aside for just a moment. Here at Homestead-Miami Speedway, we got a lot of racing still to go. Second caution for debris, pit stops. Let's go to Shannon.
Denny Hamlin says the car is free in and off. It's going to be a track bar adjustment and air pressure. Dave.
Kyle Busch, the leader, needs a track bar adjustment, needs rear grip off 2 and off of 3 and 4. Jamie.
And Jeff Burton started third, comes in third. Really loose in, tight off, filling it up with Sunoco fuel, air pressure adjustment, right rear track bar down. Vince.
The 60 of Carl Edwards. He had a clean entry in because of a car that did not continue with the race, and he's also got the clean exit off. 4 tires, no changes for Carl Edwards, second off the line.
First out on the race off pit road, Kyle Busch. And look at Darnell as he picks up 14 spots. Keselowski gas only.
Yeah, they did just a minor repair on that right rear too, but they didn't get tires. They didn't want to waste a set of tires right here because they've already put on a set.
All right, now the reason we're under caution is Blake Cook's car lost that window on the right side. It shattered between turns 3 and 4. That's what brought us under this caution. You see them trying to fix the new window and get it back in there so they can get him back out on the track. We should also tell you, Kenny Hendrick is out of the race now. Mark Day along with the other 4, so there's 6 behind the wall.